Before this feature race begins, history was made now today as Jake Dennis, the 2023 Formula E World Champion from the UK, becomes the first Formula E champion to participate in a virtual F2 season. What a moment! I'm getting goosebumps. Now that Shane Maloney has retired from this championship only for this year until he comes back for 2024, he will be hoping that Jake Dennis will be having a fantastic season and possibly be in the fight for the title. We wish Jake the best of luck, and I hope you guys will too. And now, will we see him pull off a performance? I hope so. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the feature race. Here we go, Jake Dennis's first ever race here in Formula 2. Begins now. Excellent start for Enzo Fittipaldi, but a better start for Victor Martins. There's the wall for Jake Dennis, who actually shot for the back of the field. Wait 5 seconds before the last car. Now he's gone full throttle, and now he can race against the cars in front. It's going to be tough for him, sitting 7 seconds behind already. But watch out for Jake Dennis as we see Victor Martins leading from Enzo Fittipaldi. Teo Porcher, our winner yesterday. Then comes Anthony Cordial ahead of Yuma Iwasa. Brad Benavides in 6th, and Chris Miney is 7th. Arthur Leclerc, Dennis Hauger and Roy Nassani complete the top 10. But yet Jake Dennis, the man who's making his Virtual F2 debut until the remainder of the season, is at the moment last and already 4 seconds behind the next car. Yeah, Dennis had to drop at the back of the field because he was told to, but he's already starting to gain on some people. And Jack Doohan's got ahead of Roy Nassani up into 10th. Correa's got ahead of Sean up into 18th. But yet, watch out for the rookie Jake Dennis in his first ever Virtual F2 race. What can he do against the cars in front? He will definitely go for it. We are assuming anything can happen in Virtual F2, and it usually does. But we're only on lap 1 of 27, still a long way to go. On board and with Jake Dennis. Is he going to go for it to the inside? Not only on Mother, but Hadjar as well. Just avoids going into the back of Richard for sure. But Jake Dennis, what a way to welcome yourself into Virtual F2. Making 2 cars into turn 1, and Jake Dennis up into 20th place. Jake Dennis is going for it on Roy Nassani. Is he going to go for it? Right round the outside into turn 13. Can the British driver get past the Israeli round the outside? What an overtake from Jake Dennis. Ahead of Roy Nassani and up into 13. The 2 Kramers of Vesti and Behrman are going side by side. Vesti is ahead of Behrman, or is he not? We'll find out. Now Jake Dennis joins the party. Oh, very clear for Roy Behrman. He's well there though. Can Jake Dennis get ahead of his fellow Brits? I think he has. He has. Lovely stuff there for Jake Dennis ahead of Ollie Behrman. Now tucked in behind Frederick Vesti and also Jack Doohan and Arthur Leclerc as well. What can Jake Dennis do by the time we get to turn 27? He's still in the slipstream. There's cars fighting absolutely everywhere as we head into turn 27. Wow! Look at that move from Jake Dennis. Up into the points and up into 9th place. A triple overtake into turn 27 as Porcher gets ahead of Fittipaldi for 2nd place. We didn't see, I would get a replay of Porcher and Fittipaldi speeding. No, Fittipaldi is back ahead of Porcher, so maybe no replay. But what about that for Jake Dennis? Up into the points in his first ever Virtual F2 race. Wow. Here we go, a battle for 2nd. It is here, and Teo Porcher is going to go around the outside. of Enzo Fittipaldi. Is the ART going to get through on the road in Carlin? No, Fittipaldi still in front, and still in front, but Pourchaire is still keeping his nose in. Trying right round the outside is Teo Pourchaire. Is he in front? Yes, he is. And Teo Pourchaire, our championship leader and winner yesterday, is ahead and up into second place. It's once again an ART 1-2. Here comes Jake Dennis up against Dennis Hauger, the two Red Bull Juniors about to duel here into turns 1 and 2. The first chicane. Will Dennis get past Hauger? He does indeed. Lovely for Jake Dennis, who's now up into 8th. Jake Dennis right behind Kush Miney, and Miney is going to go for a move on Bert Benavides round the outside of turn 13. Miney is still there with Benavides, and look at Dennis, he's going to go for it, he's going to absolutely go for it. Can he make it through? He's side by side, he's Miney and Miney, will he get ahead of Benavides as well? Let's see, he does. Wow, Jake Dennis, what a day he's having in virtual F2. Outstanding. Ralph Boschung has stopped at the pit entry. He's got smoke coming from the rear of his Campos, and the Swiss is out. Smoke, I got smoke. ART looking for an undercut as Pourchaire pits. Yes, swinging his car into the pit lane. Cordeal is in as well, and so is Jake Dennis. Let's run up to 10. Yeah, Jake Dennis is first ever pit stop in virtual F2. He's looking for a fantastic stop here. Let's watch Pourchaire. I'll go to yellow tyres, I'll go to red tyres. It's a good stop for Pourchaire. Oh, a little bit held up by Alpha Leclerc, but he's got out unscathed. That's as Cordeal, as has Dennis. So watch out for all of these guys on the fresh jet tyres. They could be in the mix for a podium finish. What will happen between any of these cars? Only time will tell. Still just 12 laps to go. Victor Martins is coming into the pits, our race leader and possibly net championship leader by the end of this race. Could find himself still leading and possibly leading the championship by the end of this race. Yeah, I'm watching the pit stop for Victor Martins, who could take the championship lead by the end of this race. A good stop, almost held up by Emo Master, but a good stop nonetheless for Victor Martins. And he's got out very nicely, and he surely will hang on to the race lead as he comes out. There's the nearest car behind him, but he will get out ahead of Pourchaire. That has worked out for Victor Martins, back into the out onto the track and back into the lead of the race, and possibly by the end of this race, if he hangs on to the lead, he will win it. He will take the lead of the championship going into Melbourne. I haven't noticed this, but now I do, because Jake Dennis is now up into the podium places. How about that for Jake Dennis? What a debut he is having in virtual F2, and he's going to make it even better. He's going to go for it on top of Pourchaire, the championship leader. Pourchaire, though, defends for all his might. Dennis will not give up without a fight. Can he find a way through on Pourchaire? And as you can see, he's got damage. Pourchaire's got damage. Look closely to the end plate of Teo Pourchaire as we see Dennis hanging on. Yes, there's end plate damage for Teo Pourchaire. Don't know how that happened, but he's going to lose a huge amount of pace now. Yep, Dennis will surely be on his heels and surely ahead of him. Here he goes to the outside, heading into 13. Can Jake Dennis get ahead of Teo Pourchaire? Close to contact. Jake Dennis round the outside of turn 13. They're still side by side of Dennis and Pourchaire. Can the Brit get ahead of the Frenchman side by side, and on the inside line it's going to be no, they're still wheel to wheel. What a battle they're having. Pourchaire stays ahead though. This is a great scrap between the Formula 2 champion and the Formula E champion. Now they're going to go for it once again. Dennis will have the inside line into turn 22. It goes to the inside. They're still wheel to wheel. Oh, Pourchaire needs to hit the road. They've almost collided out of turn 23, but somehow Jake Dennis has found an outstanding overtake. He's ahead of Teo Pourchaire and up into second place. We're going to see a replay of Enzo Fittipaldi also getting past Teo Pourchaire. Rode and Carlin are coming back. They've got both cars on the podium now. Come on, Enzo, come on. Let's go. Fittipaldi's going for it on Dennis. Okay, Jake, let's Enzo through and stick behind him for the rest of the race. That's the plan for this weekend. You sure? Yep, we are sure, Jake. Stick behind Enzo and let him through. Okay, roger that. And they have swapped at Roden Carlin. Through goes Fittipaldi ahead of Dennis, and now Jake Dennis will stay behind his teammate for the rest of the race and hold off the cars behind. Will he do it? I think he can. Let's hope he does. Oh, round goes Oliver Bearman. The reigning champion has spun his plane around, and Ollie Bearman's chances of points are gone. And surely, for the British driver, he will be pointless by the end of this race. This car lost by itself. Don't know why. Copy, Ollie. Can you keep it going? Yeah, no damage. All those cars are still fighting, and there's another car who's spun. This time it's Dennis Hauger in the MP. And if he blocks some cars, that could cause a safety car. Some cars did get held up, but I don't think we're going to get a safety car now. Isaac Hadjar almost went into the wall as he tried to get past Dennis Hauger there. But Hauger, who was running in the points, has now lost them after that spin. Oh! This feature race has been all about him, the man who has won the Formula 3 title in 2022. He won races in some previous seasons, and he's now going to come back and win once again. And not only is it a first win, it's a win in Cheddar, and it's the championship lead for Victor Martins. He wins the feature race in Cheddar. What a victory for Victor Martins. He will take that. Oh, a long time. Enzo Fittipaldi finishes second, and it's a dream debut for Jake Dennis, who takes his maiden podium in Virtual 2. The newly announcement for Virtual 2 is on the podium. What a star is Jake Dennis. The man who looks to be fighting for the championship in future rounds has come off to take his first podium. What a way to welcome yourself in Virtual 2. But it's Victor Martins on top at the end of this feature race, and now at the top of the championship. Bravo, Victor! Bravo! You're leading the championship, mate. Yes! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. We deserve this, guys. Yes! Driver of the day was Jake Dennis. Let's hear from him. There you go, Jake. P3. What a way to welcome yourself into Virtual 2. Well done, mate. Thanks. That was a dream debut for me. Thank you for making me be in this position as a rookie. That was a good first race. Thank you. Let's go for more in the next one. Not only did Jake Dennis get his first podium and also driver of the day, but he got the fastest lap of the race as well. That's a bonus for Jake Dennis. And I'm sure he'll be back fighting for potentially race wins in the next few rounds. But yet Martins is your winner from Fittipaldi and Dennis completing the top three. Roden Carlin their first two podiums of the season. Ayumu Iwasa finishes fourth ahead of Amaury Cordial in fifth. Teo Porcher is sixth and Chris Miley tipped to seventh. Good race for Miley. Frederick Festing, good race for him. 13th to 8th ahead of Arthur Leclerc and Brad Benavides, who complete the points in this feature race. In the Drivers' Championship, Victor Martins takes the lead by just 1 point. As you can see, one single point ahead of Teo Porcher. ART 1-2 in the championship, 1 point between them. And Jake Dennis, who is now third in the championship due to the car he's driving from Zane Maloney. He's third in the championship ahead of his teammate Enzo Fittipaldi. Roden Carlin and ART looking to be the two teams to fight for this title as they did in Season 1. And it looks like we are on for a cracker for the next few rounds. And in the team standings, ART are still leading by 21 points now ahead of Roden Carlin. Game on for the team's title already between those two teams as it was in Season 1. But we've only done 2 rounds, still 12 to go. We hope you enjoyed this shocking weekend in Virtual 2. Zane Maloney retiring, Jake Dennis welcoming himself to Virtual 2. We will hopefully see some exciting races for that young Brit in the future rounds. We hope you enjoyed this weekend here in Jeddah. We're off down under next time out in Australia. We hope that you can join us then. We will see you in Albert Park in Melbourne when Virtual Formula 2 returns.